Have you ever had that strange moment when something too ordinary suddenly feels wrong? That moment when your instincts whisper, "This doesn't make sense." But your brain pushes the thought away because it's just too absurd to believe. It was just a dog that barked every night. Nothing more, nothing, right? But what if the barking wasn't a cry? What if it was a warning? This is the story of a man who ignored that warning. And what he discovered when he finally paid attention was something no human was ever meant to witness. Daniel had just moved into a small, nondescript suburb on the edge of a sleepy town. He wasn't running from anything, just chasing solitude. A clean break from a cluttered past. The house was modest, old with creaking floorboards and a lonely aura. His nearest neighbor lived across the narrow alley, a man in his late 60s named Mr. Callahan, kind, quiet, and always seen with his black Labrador, Shadow. Shadow barked every single night, never during the day, always after 2 a.m. Sharp one bark, one, pause, then 2 more, then silence, every single night. At first, Daniel dismissed it. It's just a dog. He told himself that over and over again. But something felt off. The barking wasn't random. It was rhythmic, almost deliberate. After 2 weeks, Daniel started keeping notes. Bark, pause, bark, bark. Always at 2:03 a.m. Then came the whispers. It started as muffled voices from behind his bedroom wall. But Daniel lived alone. He checked. No one. No TV. No open windows. Then one night, he heard the whispers merge with Shadow's bark, as if the dog's howling was answering someone or something. He peered through the blinds and saw the silhouette of Mr. Callahan standing perfectly still in his backyard, his face tilted upward, like he was listening to something in the sky. And Shadow? Shadow wasn't barking that night. Shadow was staring directly at Daniel's window. The next night, Daniel couldn't sleep. He sat by the window, camera in hand. AM came. Shadow barked. Once, pause. Twice again. But this time, the barking echoed, not like sound bouncing off walls, but like a reply, a low, guttural growl from somewhere deep underground. Daniel froze. Suddenly his phone buzzed. No caller ID. He answered. A whisper. "Stop watching the dog." He dropped the phone. The next morning, Mr. Callahan was sitting on his porch, staring at Daniel's house, not blinking, not moving. Shadow wasn't with him. Daniel approached cautiously. "Morning," he said. Callahan turned slowly and said, "You shouldn't have looked," then went inside. That night, the barking didn't happen. Instead, there was scratching, inside the walls, under the floorboards, above the ceiling, and then a loud thud from the attic. Daniel hesitated, then grabbed a flashlight and climbed up. The air was thick. Dust floated like ash. There, in the corner, sat an old tape recorder. It played a loop. He watches, he waits, he whispers through the hound. The recording ended. And then Shadow appeared, but he wasn't the same. His eyes glowed. His mouth wasn't moving, but Daniel heard words in his head. "You," broke the silence. The attic door slammed shut. The next morning, the neighbors awoke to silence. Daniel was gone. No signs of struggle, just his house. Wide open. Empty, except for a single item left in the attic. A collar, with the name tag, Shadow. But Mr. Callahan claimed he never owned a dog. Weeks passed. No barking, no Daniel, but every so often. At exactly 2:03 a.m., residents on that street say they hear it. One bark, pause, 2 more, and then a whisper behind the wall. Have you ever heard a dog barking in the night and felt like it wasn't barking at something, but trying to warn you? Next time you hear it, don't just listen. Look, but remember, some things bark to scare you. Some things bark to keep you safe from what's already watching.